like, I can't backtrack. I can't do it. Everyone's going to know. There was nobody in the hall. Yeah. Nobody. Weird. There was maybe 2 people. So and I was weird. Like, they're going to know. They're going to know I missed it.
I've sometimes, though, like, if I was running late, I would sit down at one of the benches for, like, a couple seconds and then get back up.
And, like, wait for people to leave. You
kind of scurry away.
Blow my mind.
People. We do both. We have social anxiety.
I have social anxiety.
I don't want
but you know what's weird?
I don't know where
my parents tell me that I'm like an awkward penguin because I have social anxiety, but I'm so outgoing.
Oh yeah.
When it comes
but I also
class,
get social anxiety.
All you do is you turn around. I would be the one to be like walk by and be like, oh shit. Like I'd be like, oh, that's
You'd probably make a joke to the guy behind
yeah, she'd be like, sorry, I missed my.
And then
class.
you know what would happen? You know what would happen? The guy would be like, oh, can I get your number? Like somehow Holly would get a man out of it.
And you both are like going around Centennial, like the second floor below you.
Yeah, literally. I walked in late to the class too, and she was like, as I was walking in, she was like, I want you guys to all be on time, and I was just like,
I'm late.
Hi, how y'all doing tonight?
Can y'all hear me good?
Yeah, like, oh god. I sat in the corner. I was just like, I know she's talking about me right now.
Hey, boo.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, it was traumatizing.
TikTok references.
Okay, now we're gonna get into the everyone's favorite segment.
Love to hear it.
Questions?
No, not yet.
Oh, I got kind of
about
excited.
Don't throw your pen.
Too early. Yeah, I'm gonna stain this shirt. I'm also stain everything that I wear, but that's beside the point. Anyway, about your love lives, I'd love to know. So I gave them a little prep time to procure their answers here.
Thank God.
Because I didn't want to put them on the spot too much. But what is your best and worst first date? Or if you just have one, you can say one. I can go first because I have another worst first date. I went to sushi with this man, and this was in La Crosse. And he seemed like,
in college,
so my roommate, Allie, I know she's listening to this, my old roommate, Allie, she bullied me into going, and she said, I will actually be mad at you if you don't go. So I finally went on a date with this man. So I walk down, he's like, oh, I'm here, and I walk downstairs in my apartment complex, and he's literally, like, leaned up against the side, and he's like, hi. Like, trying to be straight out of a movie, and I just started laughing, because I was like, this is so cringy. Like,
yeah.
Anyway, so
this
he's like...
This is the worst one, right? Like, worst first date that you're talking about?
One of my worst.
You've had multiple.
I answered this question before. So then we went on a, like, date, and, like, the date was fine, but, like, I just feel like him and I didn't vibe.
Okay.
So then, like, the next night, he didn't live here. He lived, like, 30 minutes away, and I don't really remember exactly how this worked out, but so I don't know if he, like, his friends left, he needed a place to stay or something. So I was like, okay, it was a pretty good date, like, whatever, he can stay here. I didn't think he was, like, blacked out. He fucking ran from bars back to my apartment.
You were kidding.
Yeah, and then...
I've never heard this story.
I was like, okay, whatever, like, you can just sleep here. And then he proceeds to vomit 3 separate times. And every time I had to go in and, like, wake him up. And
I remember you texting me while this was happening. You're
so
like,
he never made it to bars. Like,
no, he came back from them.
No way.
And it was like... It was literally
thinking you're still on the date, or what are you thinking? Like,
no, this is the next night, and like basically like 12:30, 1 o'clock. Like it was not that late, so I didn't think he was like drunk.
Yeah,
I thought maybe something happened. He just needed a place to stay or whatever.
Yeah,
and I was just like so scared, and all my roommates were asleep.
Do I go in there and check on him? Like I remember you being like, "Dude, I don't know if he's even okay."
I didn't know what to do. He was in the bathroom for so long, and I was like, "Is he puking?" But then I couldn't hear anything, so I had to go in there, and I was like, "Hey, like, are you gonna go to sleep now?
Do you need a glass of water?
Another rug?"
I was like, I don't know, where are your friends? Like, it was so awkward and weird.
Having to take care of someone like you've been on one date with. Like,
if this is one of your worst dates, like, this sounds like the worst. Like, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, nope. That's why my love life is absolute shit. And as for best dates, I'm still really waiting on that one. Because all mine have been either average or bad. Yeah. I've never had one that I'm like, wow, like, I don't know.
That's the way. Right.
I mean, I've had okay dates, but, like, nothing that's really
nothing
been like,
that's
wow.
been like, well, I was going to explain a date that I had with one of my friends, but Holly was like, that's not really like a date. Like, it's not like a love date. And I was like, okay, like, I can get that point. So I guess I haven't had, like, a great date before. Like, my expectations have not been met. Like, as in, like, a whimsical, like, cute, romantic date. That has not happened. But my worst date actually happened within college. And,
wait, can I pause real quick?
Yeah.
I just got emailed by a pyramid scheme. A girl from my high school, she fucking said, I saw you running the other day, and I'm running a health and beauty company. I'm just like, oh no.
Jesus.
She saw me running? Shut the hell up. I do be running.
If you see me running, mind your business.
Mind your business. Because I'm probably dying. Don't talk to me. Anyway, sorry, continue.
So I went on a date with a guy, and, like, I didn't really know him prior to going, and, like, he was very, like, adamant on going, and so I was like, you know what, like, my love life is dry. Why not test the waters, see how it goes?
Absolutely.
You know, and, like, I am very, like, as I was saying earlier, socially awkward. Like, I hate dates, and, like, I think that's why I haven't had a great one with people, like, I don't really click, like, I don't know if I'm going to click with, because I don't, like, I don't know how to deal with the awkwardness of a first date in a lot of instances.
No, I agree. I'm the kind of the same way.
Yeah, but, you know, he was a sweet guy. Like, I was like, you know, let's just put myself out there. It went horribly. Not that, like, our conversation was horrible or anything, but let's just say, like, I saw a few things on his phone that were pretty much red flags, and then
already.
Including his ex-girlfriend.
Like, it would pop up, like, on the counter that he had in the middle of it's not even that he was looking.
He paid. He did pay.
But no, the phone was in the middle of the table. It wasn't even like you were, like, looking. It was someone else on the phone. Like, it was just, like, sketchy.
It was bad. And, like, it was something like I didn't know how to address, and I wasn't going to address. Yes. And so then, like, we talked, whatever, it was fine. Like, it wasn't, like, we weren't vibing at all, like, I can tell you that much. But he was nice. Like, he is a nice guy. But then, like, afterwards,
he proceeded to
be scary
you without your permission.
Yeah, and it was just
me talking around the subject.
Yeah, I don't want to call anybody out because
of course not.
I'm not confrontational. But basically, I didn't want anything more after that date, and
he proceeded to think you wanted more, even though you were very clear.
About it, and to this day, it's still a scary topic for me.
Not even. It's fine. Yikes. It's really fine.
Don't think anything terrible.
Nah,
it's nothing
she's
terrible.
Fine. She's got
nothing traumatic happened to me.
No.
I can promise you that. It's just, you know, some weird vibes going on, and that's where I get uncomfortable because, like I said earlier, I am very unconfrontational.
Yes, it was bad personality mixed with, or like your personality mixed with a bad situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so just not great.
Holly, I hope you have something amazing to share with us.
She has nothing.
Yeah, I don't know why you bring up so much high expectations.
Nothing best or worse, just nothing.
No, I straight up don't get asked on a lot of dates, which is so unfortunate.
I vividly remember freshman year, a dude setting up a date with Holly. I'm not going to name his name, obviously, and then him bailing like 30 minutes before they were supposed to leave, and I was pissed for her. Like, I was like,
I have the
planned
worst luck, like with dates, with life, with technology. Really sucks.
We've been knowing that
100%.
Y'all both have broken cars and phones.
You don't want to hang around me because I have the worst luck. Like, I don't even know, not the weirdest, like, just something unique about one of the dates I went in high school is I didn't tell my mom before, and I didn't think she was coming home, and then she came home, and I was about to be picked up, and it was like an hour later, and I was like, I knew he was coming in an hour, but I was 100%, and we were going to go out to lunch, but I was 100% positive my mom worked until like a certain time. She got off early, of course, comes home, and I am very close with my mom. Like, I would 100% tell her, but I was in an uncomfortable situation not telling her beforehand, and I would have, and I just thought I could get away with it, whatever, it didn't matter.
Didn't want to have to explain it.
No, I didn't, which I definitely would have, very open with my mom. But anyways, this man pulls up with literally a Mustang, like a convertible, the nicest car. And she was like, "Who's that? Is this one of your friends?" And I was like, just a close friend, got a new car, completely lied to my mom. And I
Jill, if
never
you're
do
hearing
that.
This,
I never lie to my mom. You know I never lie to my mom. And I don't
think I've ever lied to your mom.
I was confused how I got to a date with someone with the nicest car I've ever seen in Cottage Grove. Like,
literally.
Like, hold up. Like, how? Like,
Holy
Mustang
shit.
Convertible, top was already down, hand was on the wheel, wearing plaid. I was like,
oh God.
Okay, time to go.
Dude, all I can think about now is the fact that Maddie loves Cottage Grove so much, she found a man from Cottage Grove.
Oh yeah!
That took 2 seconds.
She was like buffering there.
I literally was like,
Maddie wants to be a part of Winona Grove.
Anyway,
true.
So we need to get into Laurel. Please tell a brief story about your stalker.
Yeah. So,
start from the beginning. How did you meet this man?
Not gonna start there, and I'll explain this to you later, Maddie.
Okay,
but.
Never mind. We're starting halfway through the story.
Halfway is a good point.
So, like, I don't know if I'm just, like, I think I was pretty straightforward at points, but,
you definitely were.
Yeah. But basically, met him. Everything was fine. At first, I was flattered. Well, then it got to the point where I realized that every single time me and Holly would move bars, he would somehow end up at that bar too. And like, I know it's La Crosse, a small city, but like also like there are like how many bars?
Yes.
And he's older than me, so he was 21 at the time, so he could go to any bar, but he shows up at library.
Yeah.
Like, questionable. Mm-hmm. And then we go to Brothers, and all of a sudden he's at Brothers, and I'm like, questionable. I got to the point where I was turning off my Snap Maps because I was like, he's following us. Like, he sees where I'm going, and he's following me.
If you can hear that, that's the roommates.
They're playing
probably
video
playing
games.
Video games. Continue.
Screaming.
But yeah, Jesus. And then, so... it's just, like, it's this big ordeal, like, whatever. I'm, like, making nothing of it. But, like, I'm, like, low-key kind of, like, not scared, but just, like, this man is following me.
We're a little scared.
Yeah, and so I start turning off my Snap Maps, and, like, but I'd still see him out, obviously, because 3rd Street is only how big?
Right.
Well, the bars that we like.
Yeah, like, the fun bars. And he knew what the fun bars were. And so then, like, winter break rolls around, and this man is asking me to hang out when I get back to La Crosse. So it's, like, end of December, and we don't go back to La Crosse end of January, and he's like, can we hang out? He's like asking me to hang out a month in advance, and I'm like, I don't even know what I want for breakfast tomorrow morning. I don't know if I can make a plan with you a month in advance.
She doesn't even know what she wants to work out next. You don't like, want to work out tomorrow. She's
I'm like CEO of a plan, of a schedule.
Like,
I'm just like, when I'm free, I'm free. And so
I plan my weeks out.
God.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
Exactly. Right. And so, well then, even, like, this year, like, literally last week, we're walking, and I hear someone yell, like, hey, Laurel, and I, like, hi, who is it? And they go, you don't want to know.
Like, and word for word.
Yeah.
Shut up.
No,
remember this.
No, yeah. And I turn around, and I look, and I swear to God, it was him. Like, I couldn't see his face, like, directly, but I looked back, and I was like, he knows that I don't want to know that it's him, because I will literally be like, fuck, and, like...
You don't want to know.
Yeah, like, who else would it be? Like,
it's just getting to a point where, like, okay, I was like, at first, I was like, Laurel, you're being dramatic.
Yeah, you were like, he's so sweet. He wants to hang out.
He was so sweet, because the messages he sent you, like, there is, I've said this so many times, there is such a fine line between being sweet and being a stalker.
Uh-huh.
Like, and it's really hard to read, and so I'll give that to guys and girls. I'm sure girls do it as well. But, like, to him, it got to a point where I'm like, okay, it's cute if you, like, show up and you bump into someone every once in a while, like, reminder, like...
And then you say independent.
It's like, it's like the fact that he, like, followed you. It's the fact that every bar, like... It was literally to the point where I'm like, Laurel, there he is again.
Even, like,
there he is again.
Union, like, going out of his way to, like, see me and say hi, and I was just like, oh my God. It was, like, uncomfortable. And, like, I said, like when
you can coexist.
And we just, like, didn't vibe either, like, the way that I thought we would. So it was just, like, awkwardness. Like, awkward, like, tension. We'd see each other, and, like, I'd wave, but then he'd go to, like, the extent of coming up to me.
Like, I am curious, though, to, like, who you think you vibe with. Like, what are their personality traits that they have to, like, acquire for you to vibe with?
You roast me. Everyone is the type. All these girls are the type of girl that, like, love me. Like,
that's a bro girl.
I need the sarcasm. Like, literally, like, if I say, like, my hair looks ugly, be like, oh my God. Like literally,
yeah, fix your mop.
Like
hurt me. Hurt my feelings. Yeah. She said.
No, I'm sarcastically.
This is called a twisted mindset.
Yeah, like, to me, like, I feel like my ideal guy would be like. Let me know that I'm beautiful, but, like, also be like,
joke with me.
Like, fix your mom.
Exactly.
Like,
I'll
see you later.
Yeah, I like when he's, like, sweet. Like, if I'm like, I don't know how I, like, if I don't like, if I'm like, I don't like this outfit, and, like, I don't know how I like it, and they're like, it looks good on you. Like, that's nice. But, like, the constant, like, I love you more. No, I love you more. Oh my God, you're so lovely. Like, that's where I'm just like,
two bro girls just looking at each other.
Like, I'm just like, oh my God, that's a little too much.
I'm on the outskirts on this. Not that I like that. Like, I straight up don't like that. Like, I will never say, I love you more. Absolutely not. You won't catch me saying that. But also, like, I'm not as
Maddie
as hurtful as you. If you hurt my feelings, I might be like.